Welcome to this special episode of our Introduction to Programming series. Before you start coding along with our tutorials, you need a Python development environment to write and test your code. By the end of this video, you'll have Python installed and be ready to run your first program. Let's get into it. Python is a versatile language, and Visual Studio Code is a powerful code editor. This video will walk you through the basics of setting up and using Python within VS Code, equipping you with the tools to write and run your first Python script. You will be guided through the process of creating a new project, writing your first lines of code, and running your script. This will help you become a more efficient and confident Python programmer. This video will also help you when watching our Introduction to Programming series on the Radiowave Technology channel. Python is one of the most popular and widely used programming languages in the world today. It is known for its simplicity, readability, and versatility, making it an excellent choice for beginners and experienced developers alike. Whether you're interested in data science, web development, automation, artificial intelligence, or software engineering, Python provides the tools and libraries to get the job done efficiently. With companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, and many more using Python for their applications, learning this language opens up exciting career opportunities in the tech industry. Even if you're not pursuing a coding career, Python is an excellent tool for automating tasks and enhancing productivity in various fields. Step 1. Installing Python. First, we need to install Python, which is a free and open-source programming language. For Windows, Mac, and Linux, go to the official website, python.org/downloads. Download the latest version of Python, currently version 3.13.2. Either open or save the Python installer to your device. Once the download is finished, open the Python installer. When installing, we'll want to make sure that use admin privileges when installing py.exe and add python.exe to path are checked. After ensuring those two are checked, click Install Now. Once the installation is complete, you can click Close to close the Python installer. Step 2. Download and install a code editor. For our tutorials, we'll be using Visual Studio Code. Open your web browser and go to code.visualstudio.com/download. Click the Download for your OS button, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Once the download is complete, open the downloaded installer. Now follow the installation steps. Accept the license agreement. Choose an installation folder. Ensure that Register Code as an editor for supported file types and Add to Path are checked. Now click Next and then Install to commence the installation. Once Visual Studio Code is finished installing, check Launch Visual Studio Code and click Finish. Now that we've installed Visual Studio Code, we want to add the Python extension. Click on the extension's marketplace icon. On the left sidebar, looks like 4 squares. In the search bar at the top, type Python. Locate the official Python extension by Microsoft. It will have millions of downloads. Click Install and wait for the installation to complete. Next, let's create and save a new Python file. From within Visual Studio Code, click on File, then New File. Click Python File, then Ctrl+S on the keyboard. Save the file and note down the directory where the Python file was saved. We'll need this shortly. Name the file with a .py extension, for example, test.py. Click Save. Before running Python code, let's verify that Python installed correctly. Within Visual Studio Code, click on Terminal, up top, and then click New Terminal. In the terminal, type the following command and press Enter. For Windows, type Python -- version. For Mac OS or Linux, type Python 3 -- version. If Python is installed, you should see an output like Python 3.13.2. If this doesn't show, you may need to restart your device. Restarting is sometimes required to ensure that Python is correctly added to our pathing for use within the terminal or command prompt. Now let's write and run our first Python script. Hello world. Within the test.py file, type the following code. Print, open parenthesis, quote, hello, space, world, exclamation mark, quote, close parenthesis. Now save the Python script. Press Ctrl+S on Windows and Linux or Command+S on Mac. Navigate to the correct directory in the terminal. To run the Python script, within the terminal at the bottom of Visual Studio Code, you'll need to be in the same directory where we saved the test.py file. Recall that we noted down this directory earlier. Open a new terminal in Visual Studio Code by clicking Terminal, New Terminal. If you're not already in the right directory, let's navigate to it. First, check your current directory by reviewing it within the Visual Studio Code terminal. If needed, change to the directory where test.py is saved. For example, if you saved it in c:\users your username, type cd space c:\users your username, and press Enter. For example, on Mac or Linux, if it's in Documents, type cd space ~documents and press Enter. If you get stuck on this, check out the resource links in the description for the cd command on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Now let's run our first Python script. Once you're in the correct directory, type python space test.py and press Enter. If you're using Mac OS or Linux and Python doesn't work, try python 3 space test.py and press Enter. The output in terminal should be "Hello World." Congratulations! You've successfully written and executed your first Python script. Now you have Python installed and set up. You're ready to follow along with our coding tutorials. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and comment below. If you get stuck, feel free to leave a comment and we'll help out. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you won't miss other new content. In the next episode, we'll dive into our 5-part introduction to programming series using Python and VS Code coming early March.